vibes, baby.
A lot of it is a deep-seated hatred for the music industry. Believe it or not, me venting my frustrations, like I start off another year killing syllables, just saying that we've been excellent up so far, did it for nil revenue. Hey, we're doing this shit for free, we're doing it because we like it, it's a hobby. I like making music. Rap nowadays is fucking unbearable. It is, bro. A lot of the shit that I was hearing on the radio is just bottom tier garbage. I get it. Like nowadays, everything's a little bit more melodic and a lot less precise. It's not very heavy on, the lyricism and the wordplay. We came from that. That's kind of what made me decide to just kind of attack the beat with a more rapid flow than I usually do. That's what the song's about to me.
Another year killing syllables, did it with nil revenue, spitting concealed miracles. When the decibels enter you, I'm terrible, but rap nowadays is fucking unbearable. They sever you from anything respectable, so when I spit this...
Nowadays, I think that you kind of have to do a little bit of auto-tune singing on like almost every song, and there's a lot of like pitch correction, even for like rappers dropping lyrics. I don't think lyrics matter that much anymore like they used to. There's no like real thought behind it. They're not saying anything, it's just the same shit, different beat. Dance music took over hip hop, and we got like this fusion nowadays. Whenever you hear a rapper nowadays, unless they're like distinct, most people are like just generic. They have the exact same flow, fucking setups, the same fucking structure. I don't know if that's just because they all use the same ghostwriters. It's just boring. I don't know. That shit bores the shit out of me.
So when I spit the spectacle, the best I've done. No rest for the stress I'm from. Coalesce in the mess I brung. I'm no less than DEFCON 1. I'm so deaf, I'm like Moses. To split y'all poses, I'm menthol with the windows open. Keep soaking in the deep heat, stroking. Withdraw focus.
You know what's weird is like, I don't know what the fuck happened. For a period there, we had like a lot of really good artists. We even had like neo soul was a thing, right? Everybody was like real organic. Even them, right? They had bars, coherent, competent lyrics. They were kind of pushing the envelope, right? Like you had like Mos Def and Talib and like fucking Common and all of them. All of a sudden now it's like, bro, who cares? Right? Like now that kind of shit gets made fun of, right? I think, what do they call it? Like hippity hop. Personally, I don't know. I'm not really like a great singer or whatever, and I don't really want to auto-tune myself, so I'm not gonna be doing that anytime soon.
Spectacle, the best I've done. No rest for the stress I'm from. Coalesce in the mess I brung. I'm no less than DEFCON 1. I'm so deaf, I'm like Moses. To split y'all poses, I'm menthol with the windows open. Keep soaking in the deep heat, stroking. Withdraw focus, I've been wrong.
Yeah, that's weird, right? Like when mumble rap like came out, I think, right, was when people were just like, well, I could get away with like doing the least, right? I don't know, man. There's a lot of artists out there that aren't like the most lyrical, and most of their stuff is like a vibe, which is like really cool. That's the kind of stuff you can put on for like, going in the club. It's not like the most make you sit down and think type lyrics, and you don't always want that, but I feel like it's gotten a little too far. And also like, man, like commercial rap is pretty trash nowadays too. I don't know.
I don't need exposure to lift off, get me pissed off. Now sniff y'all roses, I don't need no validation. Battery charged, no imitation. Will ever be large, I'm heavily scarred. So beyond the margins of neon lights and conversation, I'll be alright, I resurface.
One of my favorite up-and-coming artists used to be like Joyner Lucas. If you notice, I think before the label really got a hold of him, he was doing some like really creative stuff. I've seen some interviews where he's like, yo, I turned this into the label, and they're like, oh, that's a mixtape. It's a lot of like what these record labels are like pushing out as acceptable, and they're kind of like creating these terrible trends. It's kind of sad. He's still amazing. I just feel like stuff like the label is like holding him down. I don't think his songs are as creative as they used to be. He's still a good artist and everything, but yeah, man, the kind of shit that they're pushing out is just like, it all kind of sounds the same to me. You got some artists that are clearly plants, well, I wouldn't say plants, but they got to where they were not because of any kind of talent. It's just money pushing their marketing out. A couple of them specifically that I'm just like, bro, this guy's trash. Like, he's terrible. I personally don't like him, like their music or anything like that. Man, it's just like really corny, generic shit. And whenever I look at him, I'm like, that's what's wrong. The fact that these people just kind of regurgitate the same kind of fucking lyrics over and over again, you know what I mean? People are willing to accept that, and then, you know, you get online and you look at the comment section and like people are defending this, and I'm just like, bro, this guy's trash. Like, clearly he grew up like rich, his dad's got money, pushing his kid out there or whatever, didn't come from that life, he's like a culture vulture. It's just like using that life. I'm not talking about Drake anyway. That's kind of like what Kendrick pointed out about Drake, which is, you know, kind of true, but I'm not really talking about him. Like, there's other people that are worse, you know, in my opinion.
From the deep hurt, repurpose. Lead a scene worse, feet first, emerging. Just keep lurking. I'ma squeeze first. End up on a t-shirt with a sad verse from a preacher.
As far as like up and coming artists, I mean, I think signing with a record label is terrible. It's like one of the worst decisions you could probably make. You know, for a while there, SoundCloud rappers were pretty big, right? And that's how you got like Lil Uzi Vert. You don't have that anymore. You know, like even like a standard contract nowadays, it's like a 360 contract. You're literally just getting a loan, and they're going to use your money to try to like promote you, and then they're going to take a cut out of everything you do, but they're not going to use that to pay back the loan. They're just taking your money. They literally get a cut of everything else that they're just taking, while you're also paying for it. But I mean, self-publishing nowadays is pretty good. I think the best thing you could do is try to get YouTubers, Radar or something like that, and probably get promoted. You know, if your music's good, you know, just pitch it around, you know, shop it to people. I think that's the best way you can go about it nowadays. Like the thing I said about the labels holding back like artists, you know, that's some real shit, you know what I mean? I'm not so much of a sellout that I want to be put in that situation. Personally, I just make music because I enjoy it. The minute it becomes like a job or something like that, I'll quit. You know, some people, you know, they make music and they just want to keep doing it and they want to reap financial success from it. But I don't know, man, how far are you willing to go? Yeah, these labels are going to take you for everything you have, you know?
I can never condone whatever you want. I rap like the terror dome, never long, sever bones, episodes, death tones, hella smokes, melon broke propellants under your coat.
At Veeborrell, I'm on Spotify. My music is. I have like a lot of experimental shit on my SoundCloud because it's pretty old. I haven't updated it or whatever. Instagram, Veeborrell. It's Veeborrell. And yeah, that's pretty much anything. You just like Google me or whatever. Also want to shout out the Morlocks. Yeah, we got a new album dropping sometime this year, I believe. It's volume 4, but volume 3 is available right now if you want to go listen to something. I am working on probably like my last project. I got the beats all picked out. I just gotta, you know, get some time, write down, record, and then, you know, I'll put it out there. Should be pretty good though. It's gonna be like a full length album instead of like the EPs I generally drop. So yeah, stay tuned.
Heavenly quotes juxtaposed to the murder we wrote that we exposed when we clearing our throat. No joke, I'm corrosive. Notes are highly explosive, atrocious. Injecting this dope beyond the dosage.
We're real tired of excuses, we cannot accept that. Put Latinos on the map, you had to respect that. Blessed tracks, how so? With the illest of rhymes, ill with a great deal of skill, and you be feeling my shine regardless of ethnicity. We making history.